IoT providers across verticals need to address authentication, privacy, and integrity within their ecosystem at high levels of scalability. This strong device identity demo shows the process of provisioning, authenticating to, and controlling Raspberry Pi hardware using GlobalSign's cloud-based high-volume certificate services and Infineon's OPTIGA trusted platform module, illustrating how strong standards-based security principles are applied into the device provisioning and operation process. There are two main strong device identity phases in the demo. The first phase is provisioning, which utilizes a provisioning PC, an Infineon OPTIGA TPM installed on a Raspberry Pi, and the cloud-based GlobalSign High-Volume Certificate Services API. Here, we securely establish and install a device identity with a GlobalSign X509 certificate on the Raspberry Pi. In the second phase is operation, during which the operation PC authenticates the device and establishes a secure connection allowing control of the Raspberry Pi and connected hardware, which in our example is a set of LEDs. Now let's take a closer look at each phase. The provisioning phase begins when the provisioning PC instructs the Infineon OPTIGA TPM to generate a public-private key pair. These are used to create a certificate signing request, which is sent back to the provisioning PC where it's used to request a certificate via GlobalSign's High-Volume Certificate Services API. The certificate is installed on the Raspberry Pi. We then instruct the Raspberry Pi to start a web server that will serve up our control interface. Now, in the operation phase, we illustrate the usage of this newly minted device identity. The operation PC establishes a secure connection using the certificate and private key on the Raspberry Pi, serving up a JavaScript control interface of the device's REST API, which we've made accessible through a web browser. Through this interface, the end user is able to control the Raspberry Pi and connected hardware, in this case, a strip of LEDs. Looking into some of the nuances of the provisioning steps, we see here a script output which is facilitating the establishment of a strong device identity. Initially, the script extracts the serial number from the CPU of the device, then instructs the TPM to generate a public-private key pair. Using this private key, which never leaves the TPM, a CSR is created on the device and is sent to the provisioning PC. The provisioning PC authenticates to the high-volume certificate services and then submits a request for the certificate signing with the CSR. The services quickly generate the certificate and make it retrievable through the REST API for the provisioning PC script to retrieve. The provisioning PC sends the certificate down onto the device, and the device identity process is now complete in our demo. While this demo leverages only a single Raspberry Pi, the technologies and services are purpose-built to support a much higher scale environment, where potentially tens, hundreds, or thousands of devices are being manufactured and provisioned simultaneously. GlobalSign's high-volume certificate services are designed for the capacity that IoT demands, and can support concurrent and rapid enrollment requests to match this volume and velocity need. You can see here the script concurrently requesting a large set of CSRs and receiving the certificates at a high throughput rate from the API. Here, we can see the process of establishing a secure connection to the device. We are able to show the actual usage of the TPM by connecting a logic analyzer to the interface. The TPM is shown as active at the time of the initial connection, illustrating the usage of the TPM itself. You can also see the device identity in the certificate, which was pulled from the CPU by the provisioning script. By toggling the LED switches, we're able in real time to control the lights. This demo addresses a generic use case, which provides guidance and insight as to how these proven, standards-based technologies can effectively be integrated into your IoT environment, whether it's healthcare, consumer devices, or manufacturing. Come visit us at RSA to see the demo live and talk more about how GlobalSign and Infineon can help secure your IoT ecosystem.